Well, welcome in on a Friday evening for some college basketball action here at Smelser Court inside the Cougar cage as the Rio Hondo Roadrunners intend to take on the College of the Canyons Cougars. I'm Matt Robinson, happy to have you along with us as always here on the Cougar Sports Network. Well, both these teams coming in off of losses in their last contests for College of the Canyons. A loss here on Wednesday at home against Cypress, 66-61, a tough loss for COC. Rio Hondo coming off a loss to a WSC South opponent themselves in Santa Monica, 92-68. They lost that game at home as well. So both these teams kind of struggling along. Rio Hondo 2-8 on the year. College of the Canyons 3-6 on the season. Neither is ranked inside the top 25 this year, and both have NCRPI ratings way down at 4. As the Cougars are 87th, 4.09, and Rio Hondo is 88th at 4.05. So both these teams looking to try and turn things around here today as they started off their month of December with wins. The Cougars over San Diego Mesa on the road 83-77. And Rio Hondo a 96-77 win over Barstow in the West LA Wild West shootout. So both teams trying to turn things back around just a little bit as we'll step aside for a few moments and then wait for the national anthem to play through. And we'll have the opening tip and the starting lineups when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network. COC and Rio Hondo here on a Friday night in December from Smelser Court at the Cougar Cage.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, dip, hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip. I could eat. Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Welcome back inside the Cougar Cage as we get ready to go. COC and Rio Hondo here on a Friday night in Santa Clarita. The Cougars 3-6, as we said. Rio Hondo 2-8. For the Cougars, they snapped a 5-game losing streak on December 1st with a double OT win on the road against San Diego Mesa. They'd lost 4 of their previous 5 by 10 or more points. Freshman JT Barnett has continued to really have a hot start this season, averaging 15.1 points per game and shooting a lights out 52.7% from the floor, 38.9% from 3. Sophomore forwards Mason Savory and Jonah Alfara continuing to produce, although they had a rough night the other night. Savory averaging 15.1 points per game, making 77% of his foul shots, while Alfara this year nearly averaging a double-double, 12.8 points per and 9.7 rebounds, has 3 double-doubles so far on the year. On the other side for the Rio Hondo Roadrunners, they've lost 6 of their last 7. Their only win during this stretch, that 96-77 win against West LA, or excuse me, against Barstow in the West LA Wild West shootout. 4 of their 7 losses have come by way of double digits, including a 130-89 loss to Chaffee, so trying to turn things around. Their leader, Bryant Hanley, the Roadrunners' offensive leader this season, the sophomore, averaging 14.8 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, and 1.3 assists. He has scored in double figures 9 times this season, as he will be part of the starting lineup, along with Patrick Kongpol, Dejon Brown, Mike Bilal, and Marcus Middleton. On the other side for COC, the same starting lineup we saw on Wednesday night. Jacob Gonzalez, Joshua Barnett, Raz Orbach, Isaiah Ortega, and Isaiah Ortega in the lineup. Jonah Alfara in there as well. as Mason Savory not in the lineup to start here today. As the Cougars win the opening tip, and we are underway here from Lee Smelser Court at the Cougar Cage. COC and Rio Hondo. Rio Hondo in their all blacks with some white striping around the legs and around the chest. College of the Canyons in their white uniforms with blue and yellow piping around the legs and around the shoulders. Farah, a 20-footer that is no good, and the Cougars go empty on their first offensive possession of the ball game. As here's Marcus Middleton, the point guard out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He'll bring it up the floor, dribbles into the painted area, drops it back into the hands of Hanley. Hanley trying to get through the middle. The Cougars nearly stole it away, but it bounced over to Bilal. Bilal inside, good passing from Rio Hondo as they find a loose bucket for Patrick Kongpol, who averages 6.4 points per game. He was 0 for 4 the other night against Santa Monica in their loss in 23 minutes. Breaks that little streak and has a bucket here in a 2-0 Rio Hondo lead. Barnett sends it inside. Alfaro down low in the paint where he does most of his work. Knocks it home. Alfaro, we expect to see him really down there in the paint most of the night. 10 points and 4 rebounds in 7 games this year. He missed a double-double by a point and a couple of rebounds the other night against Cypress College in the loss. He's really been very good down low, but he's had a little bit of trouble lately in terms of picking up too many fouls, especially too early in the game. He missed most of the first half last night, or on Wednesday night, because he was in foul trouble here early on. So that ball down on the floor. It's a jump ball tie-up possession arrow with Rio Hondo, so they'll keep the basketball. Here's Bilal. He'll send it in play. Marcus Middleton now back to work as Rio Hondo and Canyons in a 2-2 ball game. A 3 on the way is good. Off the far side of the floor from Dejon Brown. Brown just 8 of 29 from 3 coming into today, but he knocks that one down, and the Roadrunners have a 5-2 lead. Alfaro nearly turns it over. Barnett able to take it away. Couldn't get a shot off, though. And then Raz Orbach right there to finish it off. Coming off his best game of the season. Orbach, a double-double against Cypress the other day. 10 points, 10 rebounds in 25 minutes. Gets it back to a 1-point game. So for COC, we talked about 3-6 on the year, trying to find their way a little bit. They've got an interesting stretch tonight against Rio Hondo, who's got a losing record. Cypress the other night had a losing record, but the Cougars couldn't come away with a victory. They play L.A. Pierce next week on Wednesday. They'll get a little bit of a break during Christmas, but then on the 28th and the 29th, they've got L.A. Trade Tech on the first game, and then potentially match up with Mount San Antonio College, who's ranked in the top 25 this year. They'll have to get through Orange Coast College in the first round of the Cougar Holiday Classic here at Lee Smelser Court inside the Cougar Cage. A 3 on the way, no good from Kongpol. Loose ball on the floor, a little sloppy from both sides. The Cougars had 3 white jerseys around it, couldn't come away with it. Rio Hondo did, but Bilal got tied up on the floor by Barnett. Possession arrow in favor of Rio Hondo. So that earlier play was not a possession arrow play, actually. It was Orbach was actually on the floor out of bounds. So this time the possession arrow goes with Rio Hondo, and the Roadrunners will keep the basketball, so that'll switch the possession arrow. So I think Howard Fisher asking the question, was that actually a possession arrow tie-up earlier? The officials haven't worked out. We'll go back to work. Handley with the basketball. We'll send it near side. Brown stepped on the sideline, so it's a turnover on Rio Hondo, and it's Canyons basketball. 5-4 in favor of Rio Hondo. A little bit better start than what we saw the other night, where there were only 2 buckets in the first 3 minutes. Here's Jacob Gonzalez with the ball for COC. We'll send it to Isaiah Ortega, back to Gonzalez. Elbow, good pass down low from Barnett to find Alfaro, who's got his second bucket. And the Cougars back in the lead at 6-5. Good work from COC that time. Barnett, not usually a distributor, only 1.6 assists per game. His season high was 4, but that time did the job. Back on the other side, Middleton finds a bucket. Rio Hondo back out in front by 1. Middleton this year, 9.8 points. His season high was 15 against Santa Ana. It's kind of been up and down. Has a few 10-point games this year, 4 of them, but is a guy really that Steve Johnson and the Rio Hondo Roadrunners need to get going. It's kind of been the Bilal and Hanley show this year. So you'd like to see a guy like Marcus Middleton, the sophomore, really find some more of the load on the offensive side. Would have been an over or back, so COC lets it go. Brown picks it up, stops into a jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound. As Bylaw comes up with it, he'll put it in the basket. Mike Bylaw 11.7 per game in just under 27 minutes so far this year. Shoots 44% from the floor. He was 44 for 100 coming into the game today. Ball goes out as it's tipped out by Rio Hondo. It'll be Canyons basketball. Substitution, first one of the day for COC, as we'll get Logan Gomari into the game to take over for Isaiah Ortega. And Rio Hondo gonna opt to take a timeout here. Steve Johnson wants to talk about it. 16:01 to go here in the first half. 9-6 in favor of Rio Hondo. Timeout on the floor.
At College of the Canyons, we're always here to help make your future remarkable. Choosing classes is always flexible, so you can study your way. Learn at one of our 2 state-of-the-art campuses, or from home with our online options. Tuition is always affordable, with classes starting at just $46 per unit. We offer financial aid and 0 textbook cost classes to help you save. Always flexible, affordable, remarkable. Always College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
Back to work inside the Cougar cage, 9-6. Rio Hondo in the lead. Gomari turns it over. Fast break for the Roadrunners here. Spinning into the lane was Handley, but he had it swatted out of his hands. And it'll stay with the Roadrunners here. Fresh out of the break. 15:52 to go here in the first half. 9-6 in favor of Rio Hondo. If you're just joining us here on the Cougar Sports Network, we thank you for coming along once again with us, as we appreciate it and hope you enjoy it. Getting a chance to watch some college basketball here on a Friday night before the Christmas holidays come around. Actually, the last day campus will be open here at College of the Canyons. Of course, we will play here on Wednesday against LA Pierce College, and then back out after the Christmas break in the Cougar Holiday Classic. Rebound from Jacob Gonzalez as he'll dribble out and bring it up the floor. Cougars go to work on the offensive side. Gonzalez, the stop-up jumper from the foul line is good. Gonzalez the other night kind of started good early, but fell off late. Only averages 5.6 points per game. His season high was actually against Long Beach a couple weeks ago. 14 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. Certainly a guy you would like to see find his rhythm. Just cannot seem to continue on that rhythm as Kongpol knocks down a 3. Patrick Kongpol this year only 5 threes now with that one. He was only 4 for 9 coming in. As Alfara's fouled and will go to the line. So Alfara to the line. Our first foul of the ball game goes against Patrick Kongpol, the freshman wing out of West Covina High School. Alfara to the line, 51%, 23 of 45 on the year, makes the first. It's a struggle for Alfara from the line at times. Last year he really struggled, shot about 50%. Same thing this year. But the stroke has looked a lot better here early on in the season. It's just a matter of getting things to fall home, as that one does. So back-to-back free throws good for Alfara. He leads the way with 6 for COC. Cougars come out in a press. Roadrunners break it. Bylaw will spin it back. Brown will drive towards the paint. Stop-up floater is good. Good shot from Brown as he got around Barnett, was able to hit it. Here's Barnett, quiet so far, hasn't taken a shot, only has an assist, gets it inside to Alfara, who will lay it off the glass and in, and Alfara heating up, 8 points already here in the first 5+ minutes of the ball game, as he's close to double figures already, keeping the Cougars within 2. Here's Bylaw, will ship it to Kongpol. Onto the near side, Brown, little stutter step. Brown now tries to take Gonzalez off the dribble, drops it off. Handley, who has not had a good look so far today, has an open look there, but missed it all the way. And Orbach the rebound, and the Cougars back the other way. Alfara at the foul line, kicks it Barnett, 3 from the wing, too strong. Rebound picked up by Brown. Barnett just stops him up so the Cougars can get back defensively. Brown will send it over to Bylaw. He'll try and drive, backs Alfara off, put it off the window but couldn't hit it. Saved by Orbach but turned over, and then Handley gets an easy bucket down low from the block. Ryan Handley, 14 points per game, his season high 22 against Santa Monica the other night. And 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 3 turnovers in 37 minutes. As a tie-up called, it's possession arrow Canyons. Handley coming in on 4 straight games with 10 or more points. He's had 10 or more in 9 of 10 so far this season. Somehow has not cracked the top 25 in any category this year, or the top 50 in any category this year in terms of production. Sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois from St. Patrick High School. Previously went to Whittier College as well. Floater from Barnett, no. Alfara doing his work inside on the glass as he usually does. He's got double figures again. 8th time this season Alfara has been in double digits. So he keeps the Cougars within 2. Alfaro, part of that rebounding group for College of the Canyons, that's been so good this year. The Cougars have out-rebounded their opponents 364 to 259 coming into the game. It's a plus 11.7 margin as they get a takeaway here. Gonzalez driving, tried to lay it off the window, draws the foul. As Bailal going to get called for it, trying to chase him down, coming back. And Gonzalez going to go to the line. We'll see Isaiah Baptista checking in for the first time today. Gonzalez this season is 70% foul shooter. Fell forward on the free throw, but made it nonetheless. Almost like he was thinking it was a 1-and-1. Orbach out, Baptista in. Canyons has done a really good job getting to the line this year. Top 25 in the state at free throw attempts, averaging almost 25. They make 16.5 per game. It's just 70% foul shooting. It's helped them out, but you'd like to be a little higher when you get to the line so much. As Jeremiah Walker checks in to take over for Jacob Gonzalez, as the Cougars trail by 1, 16 to 15. Scratch that, it's 16 all, as those foul shots got it back to even. The scoreboard just wrong, and now it's fixed back up. As we'll go back to work. Handley will bring the ball up. He's fouled. Foul's going to go against Gomari, as Handley was able to just muscle his way down towards the block, and Gomari had no choice but to foul him and send him to the line. I think you'll take that. Handley this year, just a 58% foul shooter, 36 of 62. You'd rather have him shooting foul shots as opposed to getting easy buckets down low. First of 2 from Handley is good. Second finds it as well, so a 2-point lead once again for the Roadrunners here. (18-16) in favor of Rio Hondo. Canyons will swing it far side. Walker had a look for 3, instead will drive, stops and knocks down a little 12-footer. Jeremiah Walker, who's kind of struggled to find his rhythm off the bench this year, just 3.6 points per game. His season high was 7 against Cuyamaca way back early on in the year during the Clash at Canyons. Has one there to even it up at 18. Porter Easton in the game for the first time today for Rio Hondo, along with James Barker. A 3 from the far side, no good. Easton had the rebound. Not often that Alfara is going to get out-muscled at the boards, but Easton was able to pull it down, but couldn't do anything with it. And then a foul going to be called against Pierre Derry. First foul on Derry, and then Cougars will go back with a basketball. Third foul on Rio Hondo here in the first half, just 1 on COC. Barnett with the basketball will send it up top to Walker. Walker will bring it near side with the left hand, sends it back over to Barnett. Inside Gomari at the foul line, kicks it out Baptista, who maybe thought about a look, but instead will send it to Barnett. Now Baptista, wing 3 with 7 to shoot, no good. Long rebound comes out to Walker, or to, it was Walker, and then Barnett missed as he drove into the lane. Middleton back the other way for Rio Hondo, just sprinting ahead, was trying to send it to the corner. I'm not sure if he thought Barker or Eason was there. Neither was. It went between the both of them. I think it was James Barker he was trying to get it to. So Rio Hondo turnover, their third of the ball game, as Canyons will go back to work on the offensive side. Walker taking his time. Canyons in their offensive set. Barnett on the far side now. Inside go Mari. Back up Walker. Thought about a 3. Instead, we'll get it to Barnett for a 3. On the far side from the wing is good. Barnett, who's a 38% three-point shooter this season, his 15th 3 of the season, gives the Cougars a 21-18 lead here with 10:53 to go in the first half. Jean Brown with it, will send it up to Easton outside the three-point line, onto the far side. Barker driving, little runner in the lane, no good. Rebound Baptista, he's double-teamed, waits and will get it to Gomari, and the Cougars will bring it ahead. Walker on the other side. Now we'll get it to Gomari, they'll work it around Barnett. This time a little deeper into the corner, knocks it down. Back-to-back threes from JT Barnett. He's got 6 all of a sudden, as the Cougars now have stretched the lead up to 6 themselves, their largest of the day. Middleton spinning into the lane, got it into the paint. Dropped it off to Reed, couldn't get a shot away, and then the ball bounced on the end line. It'll go with COC. 10:07 to go here in the first half. Cougars 24, Rio Hondo 18, as we'll see Byron Williams check in for the first time today. Excuse me, Brian Williams check in. Mike Bilal will also get up off the bench as well and check in on the next opportunity. Walker will send it Elfara. Elfara doesn't shoot 3s often, but takes one there, didn't fall. 0 for 3 now on the year for Jonah Elfara. I think, like I said, I've never seen him take a 3. That's the first one I've seen him take here at the Cougar cage. He's only taken 3 so far this year. Foul that he called against COC. Goes against Isaiah Baptista. Bilal will check back in. Porter Eason will check back out. Ross Orbach in to take out Jonah Elfara, who 10 points in the first 7 minutes of the ball game, gets a nice spell. To Jean Brown. Bilal now over to Barker. Back to Bilal. Tried to drive, lost the handle, picked up by Walker. Sends it over Baptista. Baptista trying to drive to the rack, lays it off the glass and in. Nice to see Isaiah Baptista get a bucket here early on. He's kind of had a struggle since the early part of the year. 24 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists against Barstow in the opening game win for COC. He's only had double figures one other time, 14 points against Long Beach in 25 minutes. So good to see him maybe get one and try and get things turned around. The Cougars would certainly like to see him find his offensive rhythm again. As he pulls down the rebound, Barnett the other way, went to finish with one hand, and was fouled by Bryant Handley, and Barnett will go to the line. Interesting that Barnett tried to finish over the top of Handley. Barnett not a guy that's really one that's going to try and posterize anybody, as he's really been good from the outside this year. So he'll go to the line for the first time today. 11 of 21 from the line this year, 52%. Baptista out, Ortega back in as the Cougars get through the rest of their rotation. So we sent for COC this year. Barnett misses the second lane violation on COC, so it'll go with Rio Hondo. We said the Cougars this year, they've been really good getting to the line. 17th in the state in foul shots made per game, 16.8. 24.8 foul shot attempts per game, which is 12th best in the state of California. They've had 6 already here today. Little fall-away jumper from Bilal is good. Gets it back to a 7-point game. Cougars led by 8 a few seconds ago. There's Barnett. Wanted to go inside Orbach, and I think it was ever really good pass. Orbach wasn't quite ready for it. So turnover on COC. Jacob Gonzalez back in. Cougars with all guards on the floor here. Only Brian Williams on the floor for Rio Hondo as a forward. Bilal drives, goes to the left hand, no. Got his own rebound and put it back in. Back-to-back buckets for Mike Bilal, who's now got 6 in the ballgame to lead the Roadrunners. Back to a 5-point Canyons lead, 27-22. Gonzalez stops his dribble, and he's going to be called for a travel. Couldn't keep his pivot foot down, kind of slid just a bit. So another turnover on COC, which has been an issue this year for the Cougars. You look at the turnovers per game this year, 16.1. That's near the bottom of the state. A number they would certainly like to fix as the season continues on, as Baptista checks back in to take over for Golmari. Hamley with the basketball. They get it to the far side. A 3-pointer on the way from Barker, didn't fall. Barnett back the other way for COC. Swings it into Ortega. He dribbles around the baseline. Got it back to Barnett. Barnett stopped his dribble. Got it back to Ortega. Wing 3, no good. Canyons the other night was terrible from 3, especially in the first half. Tonight a little bit better, 2 of 6 so far, but the other night they were 1 of 9 early on in the first half. Just could not buy a 3-pointer. And outside of the 2 JT Barnett 3-pointers here so far, just have not been able to buy one again. Ball staying with Canyons here, 30 on the shot clock as they'll get it into Baptista. Guarded tightly by Brown, swings it inside Gonzalez. Foul line jumper, trying to draw a foul. Went down to the floor, didn't get the call. Back the other way comes Handley off the rebound. Skips it outside, Barker 3 from the wing on the near side, good. Good shot from James Barker, a 26% 3-point shooter, gets it back to a 2-point game. 17 of 63 on the year. Steal, takeaway by Law the other direction, an easy right-handed lay. And a timeout called by Howard Fisher, as it's a nice little 7-0 run, 8-0 run for Rio Hondo with 7:07 to go. We're tied at 27 all. Timeout on the floor.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health. UCLA Health.
Seven minutes to go here in the first half, 27 all. Rio Hondo on a, call it a 9-0 run. Got it back to 27 all. Barnett a 3, no good. Rebound bounces around inside. Bilal tried to bounce it off of Ortega, who was on the floor but not on the baseline. And it bounced right into the hands of Jonah Alfara, who got an easy bucket. So Alfara here with 12 in the first half. Canyons back out in front by 2. Bilal sends it far side on a dangerous pass to Brown. Brown then stepped on the sideline, trying to bring it down the baseline and turned it over. 7th turnover on the Roadrunners, 6 so far on COC. Checking back in, Marcus Middleton. 6:20 to go. It's a 2-point lead for College of the Canyons. Fisher calling out the signal. The Cougars go to work in their offensive set. Gonzalez sends it to Ortega. Ortega trying to skip it to Barnett, who was a half step late on the cut. And Ortega a half step early on the pass. So a turnover on COC, making 7 on them here early on. The Roadrunners will go back to work offensively. Middleton with the basketball on the near side of the front court. We'll send it over to Barker. They'll play catch a couple of times. And now Bryant Handley will get himself involved. Tried to get it over the top of Orbach, who was able to get a hand on it. Then kind of threw a knee at Orbach. And Orbach down and hurt. Take another look at that. Was Orbach trying to get back up. Looks like he'll be all right. Not sure if there was intent in it from Handley. Maybe they just got knees kind of tied up. Orbach wasn't upset about it, so we'll give Handley the benefit of the doubt on that one. Alfaro thought he was fouled, didn't get a call. For Canyons here as they work on the inbound. Barnett, a 20-footer, is good. Pure stroke from Barnett there, knocks down the 20-footer. GT now with 8 in the ball game. Scratch that, give him 9 in the ball game as Canyons back up by 4. Make it 2 as Middleton slashes in and gets the bucket. 31-29, 5 minutes to go here in the first half, and what's been a fast first half. Gonzalez driving, had it blocked. Canyons thought it was goaltending, certainly looked like it might have been on the way down, but the officials say no, it's a block for Handley, and then a rebound goes off of Barnett and out of play. Howard Fisher still barking about the play down on the far side of the floor. So get it in to Barker for 3 in the lead, no good. Middleton the rebound. Barker again looking for another 3, no good again. Got his own rebound, ran over a man, pitched it back out. And Vilal will go to work, guarded by Gonzalez. Kicks it over, Kongpol a 3, hit the top of the backboard, bounced right to Middleton. Middleton lost it, Barker found it, and Barker put it in. So we're even at 31 all now. Baptiste at the table getting ready to check in. Elbow jumper from Alfaro. Nice stroke from Alfaro, but we don't usually see him work from that far out. Usually it's from about the block in that Jonah Alfaro does his work, but when you're hot, you're hot. He's got 14 here in the ball game. Canyons back up by 2, 33-31. It's by Long. Guarded by Barnett, slips him, stops up, puts it over the top of him with the left hand and knocks it in. Bilal now with 10. Alfaro from his normal spot finds it with the left as he powers through and puts it home, and will get to the line. Then he and Marcus Middleton had some words after. Foul goes against Kongpol, his second. Kongpol will check out. Orbach as well. Baptiste in along with Dury for Rio Hondo as Alfaro at the line. 2 of 2 so far from the line today. Make him 3 of 3 as he completes the 3-point play. It's a 3-point lead for COC, 36-33, with 3:33 to go here in the first half. Middleton barking out instructions as he walks it into the front court. Guarded tightly by Gonzalez, gets away from him, kicks it back. Dury will put up a 3 and knocks it down. Pierre Dury, 1 of 5 this year from 3 coming in, but he hits that one, and we're even at 36 all. Cougars get it back inside. Alfaro working from down low, too much on it. Canyons will work it back around. Barnett a 3 is good. Barnett's stroke certainly there, 3 of 6 from downtown. He's got 12. Canyons back up by 3. Middleton again running the point, barking out instructions. Handley now with the basketball, got it to Barker. Barker trying to back off Baptista, now got it to Hanley. Inside to Reed, trying to back down Alfara and did successfully. So back to a one-point game as the team's trading offensive possessions here. The leader part of the first half, Gonzalez working off the Alfara screen, an elbow jumper, too strong. Didn't have a very good touch on it that time, just a little bit too much. And now Handley back the other way. Baptista called for a blocking foul on the floor, just the third foul on COC. It's been a low event game in terms of fouls here early on. Just 8 total fouls in the ball game. Deshaun Harold gonna check in and take over for Isaiah Baptista. Roadrunners go back to work. Bilal back to work with the basketball. Guarded by Ortega. Works off the screen. Got a shot over the top of him that had too much on it. Good comeback by Ortega that time to get a hand to the face. Canyon's back the other way. Harold off the drop off from Gonzalez. Now they get it to Barnett. Fall away jumper from 15. Rattles around and falls in. Barnett finding his rhythm as well. He's got 14. Canyons for what is the 10th time this year with 2 players in double figures. They've done that every game so far this year. Just hasn't amounted to many wins. A three-pointer is good from Dari. That's his second three of the ball game, a guy that only had one in the first 10 games of the year for Rio Hondo. Has it back to 41 all. Then Alfara backing down to the mismatch against Barker, puts it in. Daniels will take that down low inside every time as Alfara with 19 in the first half. 4 rebounds as well and a steal as Canyon's back with a 43-41 lead. Hanley going to work, had it stripped by Barnett, but Barnett couldn't get a hand on the basketball. Hanley running right back to the basket, lays it in with speed. Brian Hanley showing off his speed that time after nearly turning it over. Barnett, little step back three from straight away. Little heat check for Josh Barnett, 4 of 6 from downtown. 46-43, 30 seconds to go here in the first half. So we see Mason Savory up off the bench for the first time. Middleton kicks it back to Rio, 3, missed short. Harold couldn't get the rebound. Bilal picked it up, but his pass knocked away from Barnett. Easy chance for Alfara on a two-handed slam as he was ahead of the pack. Alfara with 21 in the first half, a three-pointer late, no good from Bilal. A 48-43 College of the Canyons lead after 20 minutes of play. Now, Jonah Alfara with 19, Joshua Barnett with 17 as the Cougars go into the break. Out in front, we'll take the timeout as well.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand. Up. No. Flip. I could eat. Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
At College of the Canyons, we're always here to help make your future remarkable. Choosing classes is always flexible, so you can study your way. Learn at one of our 2 state-of-the-art campuses, or from home with our online options. Tuition is always affordable, with classes starting at just $46 per unit. We offer financial aid and 0 textbook cost classes to help you save. Always flexible, affordable, remarkable. Always College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training.
Rising up, bread's on the sheet. Did my time, took out my toppings. Went to
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand. Up. Up. Flip. I could eat. Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
At College of the Canyons, we're always here to help make your future remarkable. Choosing classes is always flexible, so you can study your way. Learn at one of our 2 state-of-the-art campuses, or from home with our online options. Tuition is always affordable, with classes starting at just $46 per unit. We offer financial aid and 0 textbook cost classes to help you save. Always flexible, affordable, remarkable. Always College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction? Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction?
Welcome back into the Cougar Cage. Second half action here between Rio Hondo and College of the Canyons. The Cougars with a 48-43 first half lead as the Roadrunners start with the basketball here in the second half and go to work. We'll give you some of the first half numbers as we get a chance here. For College of the Canyons, 19 of 33 from the floor, 4 of 9 from 3. Rio Hondo, 18 of 30. 8 and 5 of 14 from threes. Gonzalez gets loose inside and knocks it home. His second bucket of the ball game. Leading scorers on each side. Elfara with 21 and 5 to lead everybody on the floor. Barnett had 17 and 4 assists. And Mike Bilal had 10 points and 6 rebounds for Rio Hondo in the first half. 5-point Canyons lead here. Elfara working down low. He's fouled by Kongpol. And I'm waiting to see if they're going to call it a shooting foul, and I believe they are going to, as Elfara, who is 3 for 3 from the line so far today, will go back to the line one more time. For Canyons, 13 points off turnovers in that first half. They were out-rebounded 18-16. Very rare that College of the Canyons has been out-rebounded in a game this year. 8 turnovers on Rio Hondo to just 7 for COC as Elfara misses his first foul shot on this trip. 4 steals for each side, 2 blocks for Rio Hondo, 1 for Canyons, 13 assists for COC, just 7 for the Roadrunners in the first half as Alfaro goes empty on that set, but Gonzalez gets a rebound. Barnett with a second half heat check and knocks it down. Barnett stays hot. Give him 20 now in the ball game. 5 of 6 from 3 here as he continues to have the stroke from downtown as it's an 8-point Canyons lead. Foul on the floor called against COC as by law was driving. For Barnett this year, one off his season high of 21 points, which he had against Cuyamaca, was 21 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, a block in 29 minutes. So his next bucket would get him to that. 5 of 7 from beyond today. Foul on Ortega. First of the ball game on him. Middleton inside with a bucket. Easy one for him, gets it back to a 6-point lead for College of the Canyons. Barnett again. I mean, you might as well. 5 of 7 so far, but he missed on that one. It's a tough shot with a hand in his face, and the foul on the floor running back up the floor. Most threes in a game this season for Barnett. He had 4 of 6 in that 21-point game against Cuyamaca. Was 4 of 7 in the double overtime win against San Diego Mesa where he had 20 points. So he's matched that. As Kongpol checks out. Foul called on Orbach, his first of the ball game. So Hondo trying to work inside. Here's Middleton now along the perimeter on the far side. Drives, met in the middle by 2 Cougars. Throws it up top to Brown. Brown an elbow jumper over the top of Barnett. No, but ball went right into the hands of Middleton, who lays it in from up underneath. Middleton now with 10 in the ball game. Back to a 4-point lead. Here's Barnett on the near side wing. Middleton guarding him. Works off the Alfaro screen. Got it to Ortega. Back inside Alfaro. Working against Dari. Got it back out to the outside. A 3-pointer from Ortega from the corner is good. And Isaiah Ortega has his first bucket of the ball game in a little over 15 minutes of play. Canyons back up by 6. Middleton stopped his dribble this time. We'll just softly give it to Handley. Handley working against Orbach. Follow-away jumper from 10, no good. Orbach the rebound. Outlet ahead, Barnett. One-on-one with Bylal. Runs into Middleton and is fouled by Middleton, who came over to double Barnett. First foul on Marcus Middleton. Both Middleton and Bylal with 10 points in the ball game. Each team with 7 different scorers in the ball game, but 2 for each side really doing the work. Barnett makes his 6th three, but it was after the whistle, so it doesn't count. Farah was fouled down low. They gave the foul to Middleton, so 2 quick fouls on Marcus Middleton. Really only Patrick Kongpol in foul trouble with 3 fouls in the first half. Middleton checks out, though, with those 2 quick fouls. Canyons will go back to work on the offensive side. Andrew Azenwa into the game for the first time. A little elbow jumper off the inbound play, no good. Back the other way, Handley driving, reverse layup. Beautiful play from Bryant Handley. You see why he's the Rio Hondo leading scorer. He's been quiet, though, a little bit. Just 6 points before that. There's another foul. After a low event first half where we really only had 8 fouls in the first half, we've already almost eclipsed that here in the second with 6 fouls in the first 3 minutes. Ortega, a little turnaround with the left, no. Azenwa the rebound, little right hand put back, no. Barnett trying to punch it home, couldn't do it. Now he gets the rebound back inside. Azenwa had it blocked by Bylal, and it'll go out for Rio Hondo. It'll be the Roadrunner basketball here. Bylal had it stripped out of his hand. Handley will pick it back up. Handley trying to work around Barnett. Barnett just stood his ground. Canyons back the other way. It was an easy rebound for Alfara. They'll work at Ortega. Corner three from the other side, no good. Alfara, another rip. It's 7 to Alfara now, so approaching another double-double. Here's a Zenoir. Ortega inside Alfara, reverse layup, no good, as Dari was able to stay with him just enough to make it a tough shot. Back the other way, a little runner from Kenny Hunt, no good, and then Handley, who got the rebound, was fouled. Foul goes against Isaiah Ortega. Actually, it was against Zenoir here. 13th foul on the Cougars, 56-51, 5-point Canyons lead. Handley knocks down the first of two. Giving 9 points now in the ball game, approaching double figures for what would be the 10th time this season. Baptista, Gomari, and Walker back in. Zenoir, Ortega, and Gonzalez off the floor. Alfara and Barnett stay out there. Gomari pulls away the rebound from Alfara. As Canyons goes back to work off the Handley miss. Alfara trying to drive off the glass with the left hand. Alfara is just so strong down low, especially if he gets ahead of steam. Very hard to stop. Give him 23 now in the ball game. Surpasses his season high of 17, which was a double-double game against Cuyamaca. Here's Handley, a jumper, no good. It was an air ball. Alfara pulls it down. Canyons back the other way on the fast break, and Gomari finds the bucket. 8th different scorer for COC today. The lead now up to 8. (60-52). Gomari has another steal as he steps in the lane. Draws the foul as he was able to get Handley to bump into him. Lays it in with the left hand, and he'll go to the line in a 10-point game. And a timeout called by Rio Hondo as head coach Steve Johnson wants to talk things over. 14:57 to go here in the second half. 62-52, College of the Canyons out in front.
I can't get enough of watching Jersey Mike's freshly grilled hot subs right in front of me. In fact, I like watching nice and close. Oh, yeah.
The eyes just moved.
It's just the steam from the grill. You're seeing things.
Look at that sizzle.
Did you hear that?
Relax, it's just the grill.
Yeah, it's just the grill.
Woo! Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Logan Gomari to the line to shoot a single free throw, trying for the three-point play here out of the timeout. As he gets it to rattle home, Gomari, a 60% foul shooter. 5 points in the game for him. Last time he did that against Long Beach City College in 34 minutes as the Cougars get another takeaway. Barnett trying to go up, had it stripped out of his hands. But he'll stay with College of the Canyons here. Walker sends it into Alfara as the Cougars will work it around the outside here. Plenty of time to work on the shot clock for COC with an 11-point lead, largest of the night for the Cougars. Barnett, an elbow jumper. Wow, what a beautiful shot from Barnett. Over the top of Handley. You had a hand right in his face. And Barnett now has his season high of 22 as he's A lights-out 53% from the floor, 8 of 14 and 5 of 8 from 3 so far today. Pretty much matching his season totals. Here's a 3 from Bilal, no good, too much on it. Long rebound for Gomari. 3-on-2 for the Cougars if they want it, but they'll stop it up with Walker, and he'll work it back to the outside as Canyons will go into a half-court offense. Alfara, block extended far side, back to Walker. Near side, Baptista. Sends it Gomari, corner. Gomari, a little stutter fake, dribble drive, kicks it back out. Baptista, 3, rattled in and out. Foul on Barnett on the rebound as he got a hand in on Dejon Brown. A 13-point lead for COC. Stretched it out here after a nice little run for the Cougars. Capped off by Logan Gomari a few moments ago. That went out off of Gomari. It'll stay with Rio Hondo. Canyons on a 9-0 run right now. The last 2 minutes and change. They nearly get another takeaway. They do. Walker was able to take it away, and then Brown fouls Baptista. That's a beautiful steal from Isaiah Walker, or Jeremiah Walker, excuse me. As Walker able to sweep a hand in and knock it out. Roz Orbach back into the game for COC. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard when we have a minute. There's plenty of other games going on this Friday. Final from Shasta. Merritt College beat Shasta 71-47. Foothill with a 95-55 win over Copper Mountain as the Cougars turn that one over. Butte a 68-57 win over Sierra. Porterville a 51-44 win over Monterey Peninsula. A low-scoring game there. Mendocino a 75-71 loss to Feather River as Feather River able to come away with a win. We'll work into the south in a moment here. As another turnover on COC as Walker threw that one away. It's an 11-point game once again. Handley nearly had it stripped off him by Walker. Got it back, dumps it off. Three-pointer on the way. No good from Deree. Picked up by Baptista. Outlets to Walker on the far side. We'll bring it across the timeline. It's a foul down low away from the basketball on Dejon Brown as he tied up Roz Orbach, and that's going to send Orbach to the line for a 1-and-1. Orbach, 77% foul shooter this year, 7 of 9. Walker checks out. Gonzalez back in. The second foul on Brown. Continuing on through the out-of-town scoreboard, Allen Hancock an 80-75 win over Sissecois. Miracosta a 93-73 win over Imperial Valley. LA Southwest a 64-57 winner on the road against Cypress, who we saw here the other night. San Diego City puts up 95 to beat Cuyamaca 95-57. Santa Barbara 71-67 win over Hartnell at the Mid-State Bank Tournament at Cuesta College. West Valley an 81-66 win over San Joaquin Delta. As Orbach makes both, stretches the lead back to 13. That's it for completed games so far today. We'll get you some scores from the games in progress. By law with a basketball for Rio Hondo, guarded by Gomari, dumped it off to Barker. Barker, a little runner in the lane, no good. Alfaro rips down the rebound. Outlets to Gomari. Canyons wants to press it here. Gomari right at the timeline, needs to get it across the timeline, does. Alfara finds Baptista for a wide open bucket. Alfara doing it all so far today. 23 points, 8 rebounds, an assist, a steal. And actually should have 2 assists now with that one as the lead up to 15. 69-54, 12 minutes to go here in the ball game. Canyons out in front. 9-0 run at 1 point, stretch the lead for COC. Middleton in the lane, missed. Tip rebound. DeRee able to tip it out towards Bilal. Gomari knocked it away from him. So Bilal going to be able to pick it back up in the backcourt. And Rio Hondo will reset on the offense here. Bilal fouled down low. Going to go against Alfara here. And Bilal going to go to the line. Other games in progress that we can tell you scores of is really just one. Southwestern beating Grossmont 30-20. And none of the other games have live stats, so I don't know, check the 3C2A website later, and if you're interested in the rest of the scores, and you can get them there, but that's all we can give you. Looks like Rory Hare getting ready to check in for Rio Hondo. 69-54, 11:24 to go. Bilal to the line, an 84% foul shooter, is 45th in the state in free throw percentage. And the broadcaster jinx in full effect. He misses the first of two. Barnett checking back in to take over for Alfara, who will get a nice spell here. Alfara now 23-9, 2 assists and a steal. Bilal misses both. That one was a bad miss. These Canyons will go back to work here. 15-point advantage as Gonzalez nearly lost the basketball as he was looking to the bench, but picks it back up as the Cougars go back into a half-court offense. Gomari from the elbow, no good. Orbach the rebound on the inside, but his pass trying to find Barnett, tipped away by Middleton. Bilal running back up the floor. We'll send it to Barker far side, driving, runner, good, counted in the foul. Barker averages 9.2. Now has 7 as they give the foul to Gonzalez. Barker's season high this year was 15 against Barstow. Trying to get in double figures for the 6th time this year. Knocks down the foul shot, 76% foul shooter. Cuts the lead back down to 12 now. Rio Hondo out in a full court press here. Cougars able to break it. Gomari driving baseline, bounce pass. Baptista, 3 from the corner is good. So a nice shot from Isaiah Baptista, who now finds himself with 7 points in the ball game. Back up to 15 here. Barker, 3 from the corner, no good. That one out off of Barnett. It'll stay with Rio Hondo here. Look at a 30-second reset on the shot clock after the miss in the tip rebound. DeRee now with it, guarded by Gomari. Drops it for Middleton, works off the DeRee motion. Got it inside, Handley, blocked by Orbach. Handley once again with it, kicks it back out. Barker a 3, too much on it. Easy rebound for Barnett. These Canyons will go back the other way. Trying to get it inside, it found its way to Orbach. Nearly threw it away. But Baptista able to pick it up after it tipped off the hand of Barnett. 9:35 to go, 72-57, Canyons out in front. Baptista, 12-footer, no. Orbach, the rebound putback doesn't fall. Barnett, same issue, got his own rebound, had it swatted away, but it came out to Gonzalez. Cougars work it around, Barnett fouled and will go to the line. Third foul on Middleton. Barnett's second trip to the line here today. Rattles home the first. 23 in the game for Barnett as he matches Alfara. Alfara 23-9. Barnett 22-4 with 7 assists. Give him 24-4 with 7 assists. As he knocks down both. On the other side by Law, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Middleton 10 points, 4 rebounds. And Diary 10 points with a turnover. Middleton driving, threw it back out to the middle. Barnett unable to save it. It'll be Rio Hondo basketball. Howard Fisher wants to call a timeout. Not happy with the set here. So with 9:01, we'll take a break. 74-57. Lead is 17 for College of the Canyons. As it's a full timeout, we'll step away.
At College of the Canyons, we're always here to help make your future remarkable. Choosing classes is always flexible, so you can study your way. Learn at one of our 2 state-of-the-art campuses, or from home with our online options. Tuition is always affordable, with classes starting at just $46 per unit. We offer financial aid and 0 textbook cost classes to help you save. Always flexible, affordable, remarkable. Always College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
Nine minutes to go here in the second half. Canyons with a 15-point lead. 74-57 as a foul called on Ross Orbach. Second foul on him. 7th foul on Canyons. So both teams in the bonus here with 8:58 to go in the second half. Park to the line, shooting 1-on-1. He's made both his foul shots so far today. So Barker makes them both. Cuts the lead back down to 15. Canyons has certainly found their rhythm here in the second half. A 5-point lead at the break, have stretched it up. So here's Orbach with the basketball. Got it to Gomari. Gomari trying to drive, 2 big steps, tried a tough shot in the lane. Right hand working back to his left and never really had a chance. Middleton back the other way, kicks it corner. Barker 3 is good. Barker finds the 3. Lead back down to 12. Gomari from the block, got it to Baptista. Baptista jump stop, kicks it over. Gonzalez, jumper from 18, no. Ball gonna stay with Rio Hondo here as it went out off of Gomari. And we'll get Jonah Alfara checking back into the game to take over for Gomari. Barker fouled on little floater, goes against Gonzalez. That's going to get Jeremiah Walker up off the bench. Barker's starting to heat up a little bit. He's got 13 now to lead the way. Trying to bring Rio Hondo back, makes the first. Walker and Ortega back into the game. Gonzalez and Baptista out. Barker misses the second. Lead back down to 11. Foul away from the basketball called on they gave it to Patrick Kongpol. It's going to be his fourth. It's going to send Raz Orbach to the line for 1 and 1. Yeah, that's who it's going to be. Kongpol going to check back out. Brian Williams checking back in. Orbach 2 of 2 from the line today with 4 points so far in the ball game. Misses the first, but Walker able to pull down the rebound, and the Cougars will reset. Walker, wing 3 on the way, air ball, but right into the lap of Ortega, who missed on the putback, got kind of undercut and went down. It's another empty set, but Rio Hondo not clean on their offensive transition. Hanley going to get himself to the line as Walker, I think, going to pick up the foul coming back. Now they give it to Raz Orbach.
When the Cougars number 25, Raz Orbach, that's their personal. Keep foul. Right hand on the line, shoot 2.
Third foul on Orbach. Hanley to the line to shoot 2. Rattles the first and misses. Gomari in to take over for Barnett. Bilal back in to take over for Rory Hare. Likely the last rest for Barnett here today. Hanley misses both. Alfaro pulls down his 10th rip, so he's got a double-double now. 4th time this year Jonah Alfara's had a double-double this season. He had them against Cuyamaca, Chaffey, and Long Beach. Canyon's holding an 11-point lead. Alfaro give him 25 now. So efficient from the floor because he works from pretty much inside a 5-foot radius around the basket. Shoots 57% from the floor, is 46 of 80 coming into today. Today's 11 of 15, or 11 of 16, excuse me. It's 31st in the state in field goal percentage, 38th in total rebounds, now with 98 on the season. And his 9.7 rebounds per game is best, is 15th best in the state of California. So can't say enough about Jonah Alfara's work on the inside. Still an 11-point game now as Alfaro once again backing down the defender. Missed on what was a little bit of a wild shot. Hanley back the other way, trying to get it back within single digits. Kind of a little wild that time, but was able to get the ball around. Now he picks it back up, steps into a 3, missed it the whole way. Alfaro the rebound and saved it for Orbach, who got it to Walker. It's Alfaro's 99th rebound of the season. This next will be number 100 on the year. Gomari nearly turned that one over. 8 to shoot here. Walker nearly turned it over. As Hanley got a hand on it. Gonzalez and Baptista back in, along with Barnett. Foul on the floor called against by Long. Going to send Baptista to the line for 1 and 1.
Number 5, that's the second personal.
Baptista, 57% foul shooter this year. Misses the first. It's actually 2, as that's the double bonus now for Canyons. PA said 1 and 1, and I took him at his word. My fault for not looking at the scoreboard. Second is good. Orbach, wing 3 short, but almost rattled in. Took a funky bounce off the rim, didn't just fall home. Back the other way comes Rio Hondo by Lal. Middleton able to find his way into the lane. Give him 12 now in the ball game. Another 3 no good, that time from Barnett. Hanley the rebound, got it to Middleton. From the block, tried to dish it inside. Canyon's able to get a takeaway. Baptista with some good hustle. As it is still a 10-point game with 4:09 to go. No time to get sloppy if you're COC, and of course they take a foul on the other side.
Personal foul. Cougar number 11, Jacob Gonzalez.
We don't need quick shots. All right?
Eight Barker, line shooting 2.
So they're going to send Barker back to the line, who with 16 so far leads the way for Rio Hondo. Back to an 8-point game as both foul shots good from Barker. And another turnover. Canyons a little sloppy once again. By Lal fouled as Gonzalez takes away what would have been a breakaway 2 and sends Bilal to the line for a pair of foul shots. Last time he was at the line, he missed both. So right now, Canyons needs to kind of get their head back in the game here with 3:52. They led by 15, but the lead back down to 8. Barker with 18 leading the way for Rio Hondo. Middleton with 12. Bilal and Dury with 10. Handley with 9. On the other side, it's really been Alfara and Barnett. Barnett's kind of quieted down. Had 17 in the first. He's had a couple here in the second, but only has 24 points now in the ball game. Alfara with 25. Remember, he had 21 of his 25 in the first half, so both of them have really quieted down. As it's a 7-point game with the first of 2 foul shots from Mike Bilal. Doesn't rattle the second one home. Barnett able to pull down what would be his 6th rebound of the day. Walker in there. The Cougars trying to work in a half-court offense. Walker stops his dribble, needs somebody to come help him out. Now he has it back. So trying to get it to Orbach, then sent it over to Barnett. Now to Alfara, who's stripped down low as the Roadrunners just collapse down. Hanley back the other way. Scored in the foul as he's fouled by Barnett on his way to the rack. 5 with a chance to get it to 4 here. Roadrunners seem to have the Cougars' offensive number right now, as they know once Canyons gets it inside to Alfara, you've seen 3 or 4 black jerseys crowd down on top of him to take away any option he's had down low. And that's resulted in another fast break point for Rio Hondo. As Handley misses the foul shot as the Roadrunners had backed everybody off. They're content to play in their half-court defense here in what's a 5-point game, 77-72, 3:15 to go. Cougars led by as much as 15 here in the second half. And they turn it over again. Handley missed on the layup though. Barnett running back up the floor, drops it off to Walkers. The Cougars are going to take their time now. Double dribble called on Jeremiah Walker. Yeah, he picked it up with both hands. As Howard Fisher wants a timeout. He wants to talk about things here with 2:50 to go, and I don't blame him. It was a 15-point lead. It's down to 5, 77-72, 2:50 to go here in the ball game. Rio Hondo and College of the Canyons.
Into nothing for sports.
So 77-72, Rio Hondo trailing College of the Canyons. Cougars led by 15. The Roadrunners with some great work late in the second half. Brown on the baseline, so Canyons will get the ball back here. Roadrunners with 9 steals. Canyons is out rebounded Rio Hondo 42-33, so right about near their number of 11 and a half. Walker back out as Gomari back in. Rio Hondo in a full court press, but a kick ball by Mike Bailal. And now Isaiah Ortega comes in to take over for Gomari. Not a reset on the kickball because it's in the backcourt. Usually you would get a reset. Canyons needs to get it across the timeline, and they do. Barnett misses on a breakaway layup. Had just enough back pressure to make him think about it for a second. A 3 from Bailal from the far side misses. Elfara with his 14th rebound of the ball game. Secures it, and Canyons back the other way on a fast break. This time Barnett makes sure of it, lays it home. He's got 26 now. Lead back to 7. Middleton, Bailal lays it in. Bailal now with 13. Canyons able to break the timeline, and now they'll take their time. 5-point game. 1:40 to go here. Can't have empty possessions if you're COC. Elfara, an elbow jumper is good. That's a beautiful stroke from Jonah Elfara. Timeout on the floor called by College of the Canyons after the make. 81-74, 1:29 to go. And we will once again step aside. 81-74, 129 to go. Canyons out in front. Both teams in the plus now, so we shoot foul shots the rest of the game. 7-point Canyons lead. And Baptista fouls Middleton and will go to the line. Middleton, first trip to the line for him today, just a 66% foul shooter.
Personal foul on Cougars number 30 is Baptista. That's his third personal. Marcus Middleton on the line, shooting 2.
So Middleton on the line to shoot 2, and again, Rio Hondo backing everybody off, just letting Middleton go to the work to the line. It's interesting strategy from Rio Hondo here in a 7-point game. Banking on Middleton making both, which obviously you want to have confidence in your guy at the line, but any extra possessions you can get right now if you're the Roadrunners can help you try and come back in this ballgame. Middleton makes both. Steve Johnson calls a timeout. Back to a 5-point lead, 121 to go. Each team with a few timeouts left here, so likely this 121 will probably take about 10 minutes. So we'll step aside. Actually, 81-76 Canyons in the lead as we come back in here, continuing on in the second half. 121 to go. Rio Hondo once again out in a full court press, trying to stop the Cougars. They can't this time. Barnett driving right to the basket and lays it in. Not much that Dijon Brown can do. So put it back to a 7-point lead. Three-pointer from Bilal, no good. Elfara give him his 15th of the season. Up over 100 rebounds on the year now. From 102 on the year. As Rio Hondo forced to foul.
Number 5, Mike. This third personal. That's Barnett to the line, shooting 2.
Barnett to the line to shoot a pair. Foul was against Mike Bilal, his third. Barnett makes the first. Barnett with 28, now 29 in the ball game. 3 rebounds and 3 assists off a triple-double. He's got 28 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Makes both. Stretches the lead back up to 9. And now with 55 seconds to go, Rio Hondo gonna try and push the pace. That one missed. Orbach able to swat it out. Barnett the other way. Just finishes with the left hand on an easy layup. Barnett now with 31, a season high for him. Canyons has put an 11-point lead up on the board here late. Three-pointer Barker, no good. Nice tip rebound that time from Orbach to find Elfara. Canyons wanted to go a little showtime. Instead, Barnett misses on a reverse layup. As I think Ortega kind of got the wrong impression there. As Bilal gets, I think, away with the travel, but we continue on. 9-point lead. Rio Hondo still in full court press. Orbach able to break the timeline with 16, and then is fouled by Dijon Brown. So Orbach to the line with 14.4 in a 9-point game, and Canyons should improve to 4-6 on the year. A nice win before the weekend. They'll play one more time here at home before the Cougar Holiday Classic on the 28th and the 29th. Our next home game, our next telecast, or our next webcast, excuse me, will be on the 20th against LA Pierce, 6 p.m. here on the Cougar Sports Network. We hope you can join us for that one. And then, of course, the 28th and the 29th will bring you double headers in the Cougar Holiday Classic. College of the Canyons, LA Trade Tech College, Mount San Antonio College, and Orange Coast College. And then, of course, on that Saturday, we'll actually have a triple header. We'll have women's basketball, Palomar, in town. As Bilal misses on a layup, give Alfara another rebound. Call it 17 for the day for him. And the Cougars will dribble out the final three. They'll take the win, 89-78 over Rio Hondo. College of the Canyons victorious, makes it 4-6 on the year for Rio Hondo, 2-9 now on the season. That'll do it for us here on the Cougar Sports Network. We hope you join us on Wednesday next week against LA Pierce College here at 6 p.m. start time for us. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.